9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Blast off. We're live.
Oh, we're doing this for real?
Welcome. We're doing this for real. Welcome to Road Trippin' Live, Game 1 NBA Finals. Allie Clifton, Richard Jefferson, Channing Frye. Big Perk will be joining us whenever he gets done with his other duties. How many hours were you on television today, Richard? He works for ESPN, in case you guys didn't know.
5 hours. We had 3-hour show, did some stuff before, did hoop streams with Cass and Perk before the game. So it was a good 4 hours of television.
No big deal with ESPN. Channing, you're done with Turner, right?
I have one more thing. Game 6, Dallas.
Game 6. Hopefully everyone still likes you at that point. The wine. Cheers. It is chosen, actually. Having said all that.
Look, they're gonna love me. Don't worry about it. There's some trolls, but I got your mama jokes ready.
Are they trolling because Kristaps Porzingis? Welcome back.
Dude,
KP.
Ain't nobody saw that. Ain't no way.
Can we get some game 1 reaction?
No. Do you know how hard that is for him to not play for a month, not be afraid of the moment, dominate his matchup, and start cooking that early? It was just like, what am I going to say? But that doesn't change the fact of when the question was asked, why I asked. And to be honest, here's the real deal. Derek Lively means more to the Mavericks than Kristaps means to the Celtics. And that's still a fact. That is a fact. You think Jaylen Brown was going to go in there like a torpedo trying to get those fouls? The whole Dallas Mavericks team was different when Derek Lively was out, right? And let me just say this right now. Joe Mazzulla gets roasted a lot. I don't know who he worked with, if he talked to Phil Jackson himself. Today's game plan was immaculate. Tell me, Allie, how many assists Luka Doncic had?
Luka Doncic had 1 assist.
One assist. So he goes, you're going to play one-on-one? Okay, play one-on-one versus 5 of my guys. And we'll take our chances. Tonight, Richard, that was a great game plan tonight. They knew Dallas looked a little nervous. Kyrie was off. PJ Washington was off. Lively was off. Luka said, I'm not afraid of the moment. But he goes, who's with me? We're going streaking through the quad. He was by himself.
I'm just trying to get the stats. Okay. This is the moment where we don't overreact too much. No, I'm not talking to you in general. I'm just saying in general, we don't want to overreact too much. That's not what we do. But yeah, they got their ass whooped. Yeah, it was a cooking. This shit was crazy. I guess when it is everything. This is how they're going to play Luka. And that's where the game 1 is. So when I got all the heat about, the game 2, the team goes in, has a strategic advantage, right? Because now Luka's like, okay, this is how you're going to guard me. This is what we're going to do. And this is how we're going to try and approach it and attack it from next, right? So, we only have 1 assist. Okay, why did I only have 1 assist? On top of, they were shooting 50% off of his passes. That's what they were doing. Now, a lot of these are the lob dunks, but threes, all the stuff. His guys were cooking off of his passes. We know that. Joe Mazzulla knows that. And they're like, look, if Luka can't score enough points to beat us, he can't, right? Like we have that offense. We got these dudes. He can't score enough points in 4 games to beat us. But what we can't do is give him the 30. He's leading scorer in the league. We can't give him his 30 and give him the 10, 11, 12. So we can't. But it's still harder to do we're just going to make you play one-on-one. But you can do that. You can do one-on-one. And I think there was some fatigue in that early part right? Obviously, and when I say fatigue for the Dallas Mavericks, right? There, you haven't played in 8 days, your adrenaline, and when I say fatigue, is like your adrenaline pumped so high that literally it's like a caffeine crash.
Yeah.
Right. It's like a caffeine crash. Like everybody's like, okay, just calm down. Like, because your adrenaline is literally pumping out of your ears. Like these guys will not go to sleep till it's 11. They won't go to sleep till 3 a.m. Right?
Yeah.
Can't remember that playing in the finals. You cannot sleep because you're adrenaline.
I didn't take ZQL.
Yeah, I took a Tylenol PM at like 5 a.m.
You took whiskey PM.
I AM. Tylenol PM. I
took a little Blanton's PM.
Yeah. No, I wouldn't. No. We
Shout out
weren't like that. It was after game 6, right? Because we come from me. My point is this. You could see the fatigue, not nervousness, but it's just like you're constantly trying to calm yourself down versus trying to play. And then in the second half, they did better. No one saw it coming. Porzingis is not going to hit 7 threes in the first half of every game. Great for him. Missing a month, has an historic NBA game.
Crazy.
That's part of it. I just think when I look at the game, Jayson Tatum, he played an okay game, but he didn't need to do much because Porzingis carried them in that first quarter, carried them in that first half. And so it's like the way they are playing and the way that Dallas is going to play, I think it will level out, obviously. I still don't change much in that series, but boy, we got punched in our mouths the first 2 games. Most combined losses, like losses in NBA history. And then we went on to win, you know what I'm saying, 4 out of the next 6.
I do have to say this because obviously we just addressed Channing's hot take of the KP Derek Lively, and I recognize and that was it was a hot take.
Not a hot take.
It was a medium take. Okay. Medium temp. Having said that, take a drink. Rich,
Yes.
Coming into this, there was a lot of discussion about who the second best player. We all had Luka, the top player. Who the second best player? Oh, good night.
How old is she now?
How old are you now? 7?
6.
Okay, close.
Hi, Lennox.
Roxy 7.
Oh my God, is that Roxy?
No, this is Lennox.
Oh, I was gonna say, why did she? I was gonna say that looks like Lennox.
Okay, good night.
Oh, it's
Get
so
out of here.
hard. Okay, so the second and third best player, there was this discussion about whether it was Kyrie or Tatum. And after game 1, we're not going to overreact, but I think you were wrong on both.
Oh,
Can we give some love to Jaylen Brown? I mean,
he's the best player in the Celtics right now.
22 and 6, 3 steals, 3 blocks. Both.
Don't look at stats, Allie. Do not look at stats.
Oh, the way he was blocking, it was the blocks that he had.
Allie, don't look at stats. Let me tell you this.
I'll just give you facts, and you guys can look at not the stats. There you go.
His gamesmanship made sure that Dallas did not go on a run. His gamesmanship stopped them right in their tracks. Oh, y'all going on a run? I'm gonna go in here like a cannonball. Derek Lively, done. Hey, everyone's jacking up threes. I'm gonna drive the hole. Like he does not get enough credit for going, like, instead of just going with what they think they should do, he goes with what he feels, and 99% of the time, what he feels is the right thing.
Yeah.
What's up, Sam?
No, so Jaylen Brown,
Here, say hi.
right?
Say hi.
Yeah.
Again,
Look at this guy. Come here.
God, why are you so tall, bro? Hey, I saw your ball handling. You're looking good. You're looking good, bro.
I'm looking better than him.
Yeah, of
Well,
course.
Listen to him.
Braun and everybody said the exact same thing on the text chain. You already drove better than your dad.
Of course he is.
Yeah. Now, hey, that's not the highest level.
No, it's not. It's baby level.
Oh, but it's like
Maybe Finals MVP.
Yeah, but okay. This is why we don't overreact. We're like Jaylen Brown. He was 6 for 11 from the free throw line. Like that's what I'm saying.
Jayson Tatum also had 6 turnovers.
That's what I'm saying. That's why, for Jayson Tatum, I think the part about his game that I see the maturity in is that it's still the 11 rebounds. It's still the 5 assists, right? Same with Jaylen Brown in the block defense, right? The rebounding, that's the development of Jayson Tatum. I love that. So it's like when I look at his 6 for 16, 42 minutes, good for him. But they had 5 guys in double figures. Hauser had 8, right? They didn't even get anything from Peyton Pritchard. He was 0 for 7. So that's what I'm saying. It's like that's where the emotional roller coaster is going to happen in this series, right? Like without Porzingis's performance tonight, I won't say don't win this game. This is we're going to go into crunch time. Yeah, it's a much different team. This team also beat more teams by 25 or more than anybody in NBA history. So when they hit, these boys hit. And when they drop, they drop. So it's still just the beginning.
Their drive and kick is crazy to me because they wait till when they get to the hole, it's like they look up at the hoop. If there's one or two guys, it's an automatic spray. And I'm just so impressed that they are so unselfish and everyone is so ready to shoot. It's so it's fun to watch at times, but then in the beginning of the third quarter, you're like, oh, here we go. Like they don't want to break that rhythm, but Jaylen Brown will. Or like Jayson Tatum, let's say this. He didn't have a good game. And let's just be real. He didn't have a great game. But when he decides to just drive to the hoop, he can get to the hoop at will. And I just don't understand why he doesn't start the game going, you know what? First 7 shots, I'm just going to drive by whoever's in front of me, be 6'8", 6'9", and then you know what? If you come, I'm spraying out. And I'm just going to do that because you can't stop it. I just don't understand that for me. And then secondly, I don't think, how about this? Let me rephrase this. Richard and Allie, can the Celtics win if Jaylen Brown isn't their best player this year?
1,000% they can.
Have they won when Jaylen Brown isn't their best player?
No. Wait. You're saying that, no, there's been wins that Jayson Tatum's been the best player in the postseason multiple times for their team. I get what you're saying. Are you talking about
Jayson? Didn't you say Jaylen Brown?
He's saying
Jaylen.
You're saying can they win?
Jaylen Brown is not your best player in the series. Can they win?
I'm confused as his question.
Because he thinks that Jaylen Brown had the best game today.
And you're saying you're saying can they win the championship with Jaylen Brown being their best player? Is that what you're kind of saying?
Not being the best player.
Not.
Yeah.
So Jaylen Brown has an off game.
That means you're relying on Tatum. You're relying on KP. You're relying on basically committee.
Derek White. You're relying on like
Drew Holiday.
Drew Holiday. Yes, that's the problem with these boys. These boys cruise through the Eastern Conference, and the Eastern Conference was not hard this year. 9-1 without the 20-point a game, 7'4" 3-point shooter. They went 9-1 in those 10 games. So can they win? Oh, yes, they can, especially with KP back. Especially. Let's say he doesn't go for 20, right? And he hits his average. In 21 minutes, he did that. 20 points in 21 minutes. You're not going to win that game. Like I'll go back to the Nas Reed 7-3 game. When he hits 7 threes and they lose, you're like, oh, this is going to be a problem for Minnesota because you got the extra from an unexpected, like he exceeded his normal level. You got to win that game.
Right.
I think the bigger question or statement is that Dallas, can they win a game or two if Kyrie doesn't respond? I know the answer to that, obviously. But what do you anticipate from Kyrie, obviously, coming out? Because 12 points, as we mentioned, Luka had 30, rest of the team 59. Kyrie and PJ 0 for 8 from 3. Kyrie, I didn't realize this. Now 0 for 11. 0 and 11, not 0 for 11. 0 and 11 versus the Celtics in his last 11 games.
I'll be honest, and this is the truth. I honestly believe this. Josh Green, Kleba, Lively, Hardy, Hardaway got outplayed by Porzingis, Hauser, and Pritchard. That can't happen. When Luka goes out, they have to win that matchup. You have to win that matchup. You cannot allow the Celtics to put in their bench and give credit to, again, bringing Porzingis off the bench where that's a favorable matchup to him. So he sees the game. He's not nervous. He comes in, and he's always put in a situation to be successful. To me, the Mavericks bench, you have to win that matchup. You can't be 3 points, 2 points, 2 points. Like, just Hardy did okay. Like, yeah, 13, but like it was a weird 13, right? It wasn't like it didn't move the needle. But like to me, Kyrie's going to be up and down. He's going to have 2, 3, 4 guys guarding him. Luka's going to do Luka. Kyrie's going to be up and down. PJ Washington needs to make open threes. Derrick Jones Jr. needs to make layups. If you're going to go in there, my guy, you got the most hops on the court. You got to dunk on somebody or just finish. Just give me a layup.
Do you know? Okay, so there's certain athletes, and we know. Are you okay? So Derrick Jones Jr., right? We know there are certain athletes that can jump with space, and there's certain athletes that can jump through contact. He is not a jump through contact person. No. Again, they call him airplane mode.
Beating his shit up today.
Helicopters do this. Airplanes need time to hit their elevation.
Right.
So he's not going, and I've been watching him a lot that I'm like, he's not a go through a contact. And not to say he won't dunk on somebody. He's one of those guys that if you hit him before he gets to his peak, you got a chance. If he's at his
peak,
peak,
floater.
Yeah, you got
a floater. He's not a power guy. Zion, you're not. No.
Zion, when he goes like this, you gotta move. But
yeah, you're done.
I say all that to say, Channing, you're right. I the reason why I hate this game for game one is because you're gonna see these gross like overreactions. And like for Kyrie, if they're gonna keep Luka at home, and one of the things that we have to look at, they didn't shoot the ball well, and it's rare to see Luka with 1 assist. Joe Mazzulla.
I literally went back in the last 2-3 years. Luka had 0 assists in a game in which he only played 3 minutes back in 2023. I mean, it is like you have to go back. I don't even know if he's ever
back
to that point. To your point of Luka there, Rich. Sorry.
Yeah, no, but to the 1 assist thing, I'm not really tripping over. They had shot the ball really well. There's a good defense. Great players figure it out. And there's not a human being on this planet. There's not a human being on this planet that won't say Luka is a great. I want to exit full screen because I want to see this chat. We'll talk a little.
No, the chat is like Celtics in 5. Y'all, come on now. Come on now.
Again, I stand by that. I did not expect the Dallas series versus Minnesota. Let me get back to Lucas or to Luka. Once he figures out how to move that ball, they just got to knock down shots, right? They just got to knock down shots. And it again, now I'm glad we have something to talk about. We can look how they're going to guard these guys, but they're going to figure it out. I stand by. Doesn't mean that they're going to win the series, but Dallas will give a better performance than this. And if Porzingis continues to do what he does, then there's no chance. This was the best team in the NBA all year long. Dallas was 7 for 27 from 3. Do we think Dallas will shoot better than that? Yeah, The Celtics shot 42 threes at 38%.
You cannot let them shoot that many at half.
Shot half of their shots were threes.
Can I give you some context on that, Shannon? Because you lose your absolute brain cells when they shoot these threes. One, it's what they do. It's what they've done all season long. They've gotten up 40 or more attempts on average in half of their postseason games this postseason. And when they hit 14 or more, they're 9-0. They're now 10-0. Like it's what they do.
I understand, but Allie, how do you not go into a game and say, don't let them shoot 43s? If they shoot 2s, they shoot 2s. Like, it is what it is. Everyone knows this. I know this. It's harder said than done, obviously.
Somebody said Lively looked like a deer in headlights. That's a great observation.
Great.
Bitch, what were you doing today? Bitch, what were you doing today? What were you doing today?
He's also 20 years old.
Yeah, he's 20 years old playing in the NBA Finals with the world watching.
Like Adam Hurley. Is Dan your dad? Just kidding.
It's just like, yo, come on. Let's calm down with the no, bro. Let's not get carried away.
Put it this way. Celtics respected the shit out of Lively because they avoided a lot of things. They were not going at him, right? It's just he didn't have a great game, but to see how much he impacts, we're not even talking about Gafford, who had an even shittier game. Like, that was a whole different team. The vibe was different. They just need to calm down. Even Jason Kidd said at halftime, guys, go have fun. Like, they were so tight and tense. Like, this is all new.
You guys have been there, though, and you think about how many were on that stage for the first time. It's
perfect.
Yeah, but you better figure that shit out now. Yeah. You better figure that out.
It's perfectly normal. Let's not overreact, right? Let's not overreact. Like this is what it is, right? Don't forget, Minnesota beat Denver the first 2 games, and then all of a sudden they're like, oh, and then it goes to 7,
There
right?
you go.
That they've lost game 1 of every single series, I believe. They lost. No, yeah, Mavs lost. No, they didn't lose game 1 of the Minnesota, but they lost game 1 of the first 2 series. So my thing is this: where's Big Perk? I don't know. Probably somewhere eating. Right?
Why would you say that?
A late night
We all
snack.
thought about it, but look,
Where is
he's
Perk?
snacking.
Perk
He's getting
punk
a
ass.
little snack.
Yeah, y'all at Perk and say where you at. But no. I look at
Sweep.
what?
People saying this is a sweep.
Hey, if this is a sweep, that's cool. There's a Kendrick concert on June 19th at the Forum that I would love to attend. So whatever
If
happens,
this is a sweep, that would be. We need to have real hard discussions about where the future of the NBA is going, and that means everyone's going to jack 53s a game.
bitch, that's been the case since the Warriors in 15. What are you talking about?
50 is a
Yes,
lot.
but they have a team to do that.
True.
They have a team to do that. They got a 7-foot guy that only shoots threes. They are littered with threes. Like shout out.
I may think Lively. I would take Lively over Porzingis, but he be crushing more than he has ever done ever in his career. Porzingis dominates that switch matchup. He's gonna shoot that little mid range. He drove left, made that dunk, but he be killing that switch. He does. I don't hate. Somebody said Channing hates threes. I don't hate threes.
Channing hates threes, then you don't know fucking basketball. This dude is like 3rd all time in 7-footers in the NBA history at 3-point shots.
I don't hate threes.
Channing
I don't like
shot
threes
threes
when
in
you
his
don't
career,
touch
people.
the paint. If
Tell
you
me you
touch
don't
the
know
paint and
basketball.
kick out for threes, I'm fine. When you just pass it around and shoot step back, when you do that, that makes me upset.
Like, Chan, let me help you out, bro. Let me help you out. Do you know why Channing gets frustrated at threes? When Jayson Tatum, who is 6'9.5", athletic monster, plays 42 minutes and gets 2 free throws. That's the part where it's like, why are you not aggressive? It's not the I don't like threes or they shoot too many. It's like that's not a good balance of basketball. That's what you're saying. There's a balance to everything. That's all.
Someone said I'm just because I don't want to butcher your name. I'm surprised that Kyrie and Doncic didn't hunt Horford more in the first half.
Dude, Boston's weak side defense was immaculate tonight.
Yeah.
Like they just said, don't foul. Weak side's coming over last minute, right? One thing about Kyrie, when he goes up, especially for a regular layup, which you saw him start to change in the second half, he literally goes up in front of this, and then the other guy from the weak side blocks it. It's so smart, and he switched to now shooting jumpers and floaters. But Porzingis moved his feet, and dude was balled out tonight.
This is one of those things that when we break this down, Porzingis off the bench, Hauser actually had a pretty good stretch there, 3 for 4, 8 points, plus 17.
He wasn't a dud on defense. That's what I was worried about. They tried to find him, and then they loaded up. They said, Hauser, don't foul. Force him into a 2. Jaylen Brown was there. Porzingis was there. Like, all those dudes were there. They were just like, dude, like, go make them go to the rack.
Hey,
don't let them shoot threes.
Okay, let's break it down. The best team in the NBA, the most talented team in the NBA, played well. They didn't play great. I stand by 107. They scored 107 points. They didn't play great. Dallas scored 89 points. Right? So that's what I'm saying. They didn't play great. I thought the best team in the world played good. And this is the difference back to the old Warriors. The Kevin Durant, that Warrior squad. They could play good and you could play great and they could beat you.
Yeah.
If you play great, no one is. If the 17 Warriors played great, no one was beating them. If they played like, they've had a great game, there are teams like that. There are certain teams that can have a great game and still lose. The Celtics can't. If the Celtics have a great game, no one is beating them. So the best team played well and won. The best team in the NBA all year long played well. Dallas got some work to do. They're going to be fine. I think this series still goes longer. I think the 7, when people are saying, I think this is 7, I think it's this. To me, I take it as because they have the best players on Dallas, like Luka's the best player in the series. Kyrie has been playing great basketball. Their team looks like they were the best team finishing the season, and in the way they've played in the postseason, they've played outstanding. So you're kind of saying, well, maybe their team is also at the level of the Boston Celtics. I don't really think that they are, but I do think that they are elite. So we're going to find out. But I think this series is going to continue to get interesting, and Kyrie's going to answer. Kyrie's going to answer. I would say this about the performance. Kyrie's answer, the performance for Kyrie. Forget the 0-11. There's an emotion. When we talked about the adrenaline to start this, the adrenaline that they're trying to calm down, Kyrie's trying to do the exact same thing. This is an emotional series for him. Say whatever you want. The way he left Cleveland, the way he left even Brooklyn, the way those places were not as intense as the way he left Boston. So to be back here for the finals, and even the Boston fans, they knew they were fearful because they didn't start chanting Kyrie sucks till after they got the lead. After they got the lead, that's when you heard the chants. That's how I knew that they were like respecting Kyrie. They're like, okay, let's chill out. Once they got up, it was like Kyrie sucks. 3 minutes into that game in that first quarter, that wasn't what they were chanting. But then he got going. That 37-20, that was nuts. First quarter set the
largest lead after the first quarter in NBA Finals history.
Damn, it was weird.
In game one.
I think obviously everything is. I don't want to say everything's 50-50, but you look at some of the shots that Dallas missed, and then you say, damn, well, Boston played really good defense, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think when we look at this series, we knew it was going to be close. And people, obviously, we're looking at the comments. In the NBA Finals, 25 or 2, it does not matter to your mind. It doesn't matter. It's a loss, right? You analyze the loss. So people going, oh, they beat the shit out of them. That's because their game plan worked and Dallas didn't adjust, or Dallas didn't make shots, or Dallas didn't play the chess game that game. This is why these are the two best teams, right? In every series, the bench needs to win you a game. Your two best players need to win you a game, and your coach needs to win you a game. Who do you think won this game tonight? I think this was Mazzulla's game. After this, he puts his hands up and goes, Tatum, Brown, and our bench, y'all got to win us a game. Yeah. I've done my job.
I agree.
Now, if they can do that from here, then obviously the Celtics will win. But if they cannot,
you could literally argue, I was just thinking about this, especially with KP back, you could literally argue that the fourth best player on the Celtics could be a top 1 or 2 player on multiple teams in the NBA.
No, yeah, especially some shitty teams.
You're talking about just kind of the depth and
who's
what
the
it's
fourth
going
best
to.
Player on the Celtics? I just want to hear from you.
You don't even know. It could literally. It's
Derek White.
It's Derek White or Drew Holiday. The one, 2, and 3, when healthy, is Jayson Tatum, Jaylen Brown, Porzingis. Don't give me all this defensive, all these people that were trying. I love Derek White, love Drew Holiday. You're not game planning against Derek White. You're not game planning against Drew Holiday. Now, you have strategic things that you want to do, but their names are not at the top of the list. All right, guys, what are we going to do about Derek White? That ain't what it is. They're like, all right, what are we going to do about Porzingis? All right, how are we going to handle Jayson Tatum? So if you're saying in rank, in Janet, you know this, in a scouting room, when we're breaking it down, your order of importance is Jayson Tatum, head of the snake, Jaylen Brown, who's right there. Porzingis, once he gets there, he's 7'4" and posts up at the free throw line against 6'7" people. That's a problem. Now Derek White and Drew Holiday are elite defenders that score, shoot the ball well, do all of the things, but they eat off of the system that Jaylen, Jayson, and then Porzingis, when healthy, present.
Fair. Yeah. That's fair.
Yeah,
real talk.
Yes. Honestly, these are one of these games where, you assume with the momentum that Dallas had, they would come in and punch first, right? But even in the last series, Dallas and Minnesota are opening punchers. When they punch first and it works, they usually win that game. And Dallas punched first. The Celtics punched the shit out of Dallas today, right? The Celtics punched the shit out of Dallas today. And all of a sudden, like, Dallas goes, what do we do? So
Yeah.
I'm curious to see game 2. Again, I am impressed with how the Celtics came out 8 days off or whatever they had off. Their freaking Porzingis is impressive. I mean, what are you going to do?
He was a difference.
Nobody says that.
That's going to be the talk of the next 2 days. Is if he would have had this normal, if he would have had this, if he hadn't missed all the time, I think it would be less as like, oh my God, Porzingis. This is who he is. This is what he does. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. This is what he does all the time. He had just missed the last 10 games, and they were 9-1 in those 10 games. So they didn't miss them. They just got a shot in the arm of some super juice by the 7'4" Latvian.
Pressure still on Boston, Richard?
Yeah, 100%. 100%.
Because they won game 1.
No, the pressure is on them because I think
Just kidding. That's
no. I say no. I think the pressure is on them because they are the best team. They have the most to lose. They've been here multiple times. Like that is really just the story. Dallas loses. They weren't even supposed to be here. They're quote unquote ahead of schedule. So they weren't supposed to be here. They do have the best player. There's a lot at risk for their, like some of the guys' legacy, like Jayson Kidd, who wants to win his first, championship. Then there's Kyrie, who's, redefining himself before our very eyes as a very mature, like competent leader on the court, off the court. He's doing a great job. Luka, all those things. The Celtics need to win this championship.
Oh, yeah.
They had the easiest route through their conference. They were able to win so much that they were able to rest Porzingis. I stand by the fact that if like Indiana series went to 7 or so, Porzingis would have been back in that game. But they bought more time and just bro, we don't need you to the finals. We would rather, instead of you coming back at 75%, a week ago, we'll wait till you're 85% and we'll get you in the finals. So I don't know. The pressure is going to be on the pressure is on the Celtics. It don't matter how many games it takes. They just got to win.
Yeah. And man,
people just never really heard your take from at the beginning of the postseason because they're all saying it's on Dallas because they can't go down 0-2.
What
do you mean? Oh, the beginning. What do you mean? Dallas can't go down 0-2?
Yeah. Remember when you said the winning team has the most pressure and people didn't understand your take?
They didn't understand. No. I didn't say the winning team has the most pressure. I said the losing team has the strategic advantage going forward. Channing will admit.
AKA you said has the most pressure on them.
Totally.
And then you had to explain it. Yes.
Yeah. When you win, you're not changing anything. You tweak things. You're not changing anything. Matter of fact, I bet you we don't see Porzingis. Porzingis is going to come off the bench until they lose a game. And he's laughing because he knows the truth.
It's the truth.
It's the truth. He's not a bench player. And even if he's playing 21 minutes, like you want a guy, especially coming off a calf, you want a good warm up and straight into the game. Well, if you do a good warm up and you sit your 7'5" ass down, and he's probably on a bike somewhere, probably doing something, then you got to kind of warm back up into the game. So they'll keep him off the bench, especially with this performance. If they win they're not changing shit. So they're going to keep it as it is. They'll restrict his minutes, give him that, and then let them lose game 2. Porzingis will start game 3 in Dallas. If they win game 2, Porzingis will most likely come off the bench. That's what we're talking about.
Just the second time in his career he's come off the bench, and it happened in game 1 of the NBA Finals.
I'm going to say this right now. Do you think he gives a shit if he's coming off the bench?
No.
If he gets to play a favorable matchup?
You see that smile? No.
And also, listen, everyone, I'm on the comments, right? I'm on them. And they're like, oh, Channing picked Porzingis or Lively over Porzingis. Guys, if you watch the whole damn clip, I said because Porzingis haven't even played in the whole fucking playoffs. So you got one guy made one game versus a rookie that has played almost every single game. And we see the impact of what Lively does for Dallas versus what Porzingis does for Boston. You cannot tell me on any scale that Porzingis is more important to Boston than Lively is to Dallas. It's not. It's a fact. Lively is more important to Dallas. If he's not out on the court, they have no chance of winning. It's the truth. If Lively, if Porzingis doesn't play, they still have Al Horford, the how many time All-Star that is obviously just as capable of helping them win games. That's it. So I'm gonna triple down on what I'm saying.
Somebody was like, Matthew Manley, don't give me that. Saying the Celtics should win because they're better, and then you all pick the Mavs to win. Stop making excuses. Like, I'm trying not to talk to you, like, because normally I would like to talk to somebody like that, like we weren't on camera, so I'll avoid it. Yeah, it's one game. Like, the Celtics are the best team. We just think that the Mavericks are playing great now. That's why nobody's like, oh, the Celtics in 5. But Matthew, at any point in time, if you would like to start a podcast, if you would like to start telling everybody your stuff, and then if you would like an apology or if you would like to do it, come on, right. But every person that has played their game their whole life is sitting here saying, it's a toss-up. This is what I think about them.
Yeah,
this
I think Mavericks in 7.
Yes, if you say
I didn't say Mavericks were going to sweep. I didn't say Boston was going to sweep. I said Mavericks in 7.
Okay.
I feel like Luka's the best player. When usually you have the best player, you win the series.
Okay,
that is my reasoning.
This is the last thing I'm going to say, and then I got to go meet JJ. Apparently, there's a UConn head coaching job that's going to be open, so I want to go talk to him about that. Okay, that was a little funny. No, what I want to talk about is this. If anyone in the media ever says in 7, it's because they don't know. Big Perk! Hey, Big Perk. Wait,
are you going out for what? Are you a senator?
Kendrick Perkins, welcome to Road Trippin' Live. We have missed you. For those of you that are in here, Richard Jefferson, Channing Frye, Allie Clifton, and the one and only Kendrick Perkins, who has 97 jobs right now.
Perk, real quick. What? This mother ain't got his mic on. We can't hear you.
In the same suit for the last 12 hours.
Okay,
dude,
Perk.
we'll be quick.
You do not want me to respond to that.
Hey, Big Perk. Big Perk.
So
What? Hey, Big Perk. We're trying to give people a little insight. We giving some people. Oh, he late as hell. We try and give them some insight to us in the media. If we say in 7, what does that mean?
That means that it's really like a pickle. We really don't want to pick. We really don't want to pick the team that we picked in 7 because we believe that the other team could actually win the series as well.
Yeah, whoever plays better. So don't. Oh, you pick Dallas in 7, and then like, man, yeah. And if, like, look, if I knew everything, I would be in sports betting, and I know
that works. FanDuels.
Yeah,
I know people are not overreacting to one game.
Oh, yes, they are. And you know who they're saying is overreacting? Channing and Richard.
Oh, they're overreacting on us.
Why?
Because I said I would pick Lively over if we said who were the best 5 players before Porzingis tonight who had not played in a playoff game. I said Luka, Kyrie, Tatum, Brown, and then I said Derek Lively were the 5 most important people. They said, oh, you're going to pick Derek Lively over Porzingis. I said he has not played a game.
Right.
So how am I going to pick somebody? I don't know if his toe works.
And that's fair, dog. I mean, like, look, Dallas lost game 1. Dallas lost game 1 of the Clippers series, right? They got smacked. I think they lost by 12. They made it close at the end. They lost, and then they won game 2. Then Dallas lost game 1 in the City Thunder series. So OKC, they got smacked, and then they won game 2. Look, on this stage, like, you're still trying to figure it out in game 1. Like, that's some dangerous waters. The NBA Finals, like, if you've never been on that stage, you don't know what to expect. Like, you got to control your emotions. You probably had to buy – people had to buy extra hotel rooms. People had to buy extra tickets to the game. It's a lot going on in the finals, right? It's a lot going on. Now they could just get back to playing basketball. Porzingis was great, but Jaylen Brown set the tone.
Oh, Perk, I'm saying the same thing. Now, let me ask you this question. Can Boston win if Jaylen Brown isn't their best player?
If he is their best player,
Is not.
damn. I mean, that Jaylen Brown I saw tonight, and it wasn't. Forget the 20 points. I'm talking about the picking up Luka 94 feet in the first half, the going and blocking dunks at the rim. Just he's been playing pissed off since he wasn't selected on the All NBA team.
He got $60 million. Shut the hell up. You're fine.
Yeah, I don't really care. He got All NBA when he was supposed to, right before that contract extension.
Don't yell at me. I wasn't the one mad.
Ooh, hey, JT looking
smart. You know he got dividends.
JT looking, man, he looking fly. He got the diamonds on. Okay. Jaylen Brown, to your point, Jaylen Brown. First time in his career with 3 blocks and 3 steals. Game 1 of the NBA Finals. First time. And he picked Luka twice. You don't ever see that. And I don't know if we're going to see it again. But it was like he was playing outstanding. And so you got to give all the credit to those dudes. Jay Jones on here said, "What's up? What's going on Capitol Hill, Perk?" Perk Live
running as an independent.
Yeah, Perk Live
2024.
That's crazy.
Hey, no lie, Perk. I would vote for you over any of the other two candidates. 100%, I would vote for you first.
Hey,
you're lying.
That time reminds me of Boston.
I would 100% vote for you. If you were on that ballot, I would vote for you over the other two 1,000%.
Why would you vote for me, Richard?
Because I truly
because you're simple.
Because
yes.
it'd be hella fun.
You remind me of a dark-skinned George Bush.
Oh my God.
Oh, y'all okay today?
Well, you a Texas boy. That's all.
I will say Kristaps Porzingis, he did impress me. I like to be off for that long, come back, knocking down shots, running the floor, protecting the basket. But I can't front. That game was boring as hell.
Oh man, I left it.
What do you think we're gonna get from Kyrie and moving forward? What are you expecting?
We're not gonna get what we saw in game 1. Kyrie's gonna be better in game 2. We all know this. He gotta be.
Do you feel like your the Boston fans listen to you in respecting him? Because Channing had to take about, was it Channing or Rich had to take about how you didn't hear them boo Kyrie until the Celtics were up.
Until they up. I didn't start hearing Kyrie sucks until they got a lead.
I mean, it wasn't. I thought it was gonna be way worse. It wasn't that bad.
No, it wasn't. No, because that's a sign of respect. That's a sign of respect. It is.
And he also white saged that place, so they were feeling a certain way. So, he had his rain stick.
Oh gosh.
He had his what?
Wait. So wait. Junior Lewing Koo. I told y'all Celtics would crush Dallas. I don't see Dallas competing on a high level. No, hear me out. Junior, don't tell us. Tell your bookie. If you know so much, then go make millions. If you told us, go empty your bank account, put your money where your mouth is, right? I just don't. For me, I'm going to give my opinion. I never think my opinion is fact. This is my opinion based off of what I think. Yes. Do I come across as if it's a fact? Yes. But I'm telling you right now, it's not a fact. If it was a fact, I wouldn't be doing this. It'd be like Back to the Future. I would take a book and I would go bet on all the things, and I would never talk to any of y'all.
We've seen that movie.
We've seen the movie. I would never do it. So I get tired of you guys think you know it all. No, we don't.
No, we don't. It's a prediction. We can't control how somebody's gonna play.
Did you see that comment?
What did it say? As John Jay for his bookie, I did see that. I am not. First of all, we're gonna get a call from
y'all savages.
We're gonna get a call from Homeland Security. Y'all keep putting that stuff up here, especially after Capitol Hill Perk.
We didn't get you. We didn't get you on Tuesday. Who Perk? Who did you take in the series?
I took Boston in 7.
Boston in 7.
Yeah, I took Boston in 7. And I also said that Kristaps Porzingis is the most important player in this series.
You did.
I did say that. He is.
Yeah.
I
What?
don't agree with that, but I don't.
No,
feel like-
somebody goes. I know. I'm at the chat. I'm not listening to y'all. Somebody goes. Somebody's Richard's biggest hater. RJ, be quiet and let Big Perk talk. Okay, I'm gonna mute myself. I'm out.
Excuse me, sir. That's not what we do here. Having said that, what? Perk, are you going to bed? Are you tired?
Yeah, I am.
Yeah.
I've been at the TD Garden since 12 o'clock.
Nah, that ain't it, homie.
That ain't it. And then I gotta be up at 5. Right?
For what?
Cause Shannon, I gotta go to work. Do we question you the times that you miss and you don't respond to people and ignore people? No, at least
I work
at least,
nights.
You know what?
For Warner Brothers.
You know what? At least
Not for long.
At least you know what I said. You know what I said as soon as I got in the car? I say, let me hit my road trip family and see if they still on. Where y'all at? Oh, we still on? Okay, cool. I make the effort. I respond. You know what I'm saying? When I make a commitment, I hold myself accountable to my people.
Perk, before we log off here, because I think we have dissected this game upside down, inside out, all the things. Perk being present requires stamina. He's got that stamina. Having said that, Ao, how was the batting cage? Not really the batting cage.
Y'all saw it. Y'all saw it. Richard jealous. RJ jealous. He trying to make it a competition now. No, it ain't no competition. I went there. I stood on business. You know what I'm saying? I was 500 from the plate, which was good for me. You know what I mean? It was good for me. You know what I'm saying? And look, the pressure. That's the thing that people don't realize. I had a lot of pressure. It was about 20 cameras there, right? Then I had the whole Red Sox team. They watching me. The entire Braves team watching me. The spotlight was on me. I stepped up to the plate. I haven't swung a bat since I was in the 4th grade. You know what I'm saying? And I stepped up to the plate and I did what I had to do.
500.
They threw me 12 pitches. I hit 6 of them.
Huh? It's not bad.
That's not bad. No, Perk, I'm going to say this. When I say I am jealous of you, it is not that I'm going to go out there and try and do better than you. I am yes, obviously. I'm saying obviously, but I'm saying I'm not trying to. I'm jealous that you got to do BP at Fenway. That is what I'm jealous of. I'm going to try and go do it with the Rangers when we go to Dallas because I don't know if they're going to. First of all, one of the cool things about our job is if they're going to let us do cool shit. Cool. All right. You guys want me to go do BP at Fenway? I'm in.
Do people like you in Dallas, Richard? You're only there for like a year and a half.
So real talk, let me say this though. When they first brought it to me, Pete did. He was like, "Hey, Perk, look, I'm gonna set it up. I want you to go to, Fenway. They got a game. You're gonna go. You're gonna chop it up, interview. You know what I'm saying? Ask the Red Sox, ask the players some questions, and then you go. They go put the bat in your hands and we want to record you getting a couple swings." I'm like, all right, cool. And I hung up the phone. I'm like, I'm not fucking doing this shit. Right? I did. That's what I said to myself. I was going to do it, but I had to say it once I got off the phone with him. Like, I ain't doing this shit. But then I booked my flight to make sure I made it on time. But look, it was one of the best experiences that I had in my life. Because I got to see the other side, right? Like so many people, we have these conversations. Can basketball players play football? Can football players play basketball? Baseball players get paid all this money and they don't have to do a lot of work. That is not true. I have a whole nother level of respect for what they do, their craft, the way that they show up 5 hours early before it's time, the agility drills, the batting, everything that they go through to get prepared to go out there and play the game.
But I stand by this. We had the best job. The NBA is better than Major League Baseball. It's better than NFL. It's better than it. To me, basketball, it's funny because even better than hockey. Baseball players play every single day. They get to the ballpark 5 hours every single day. We show up 2 hours before game time. We don't share rooms like football players. We like baseball players are like, look, we were very blessed to have the best job, but hitting a baseball is by far. Somebody said you look like a dark-skinned Uncle Phil. They said you look like a dark-skinned Uncle Phil.
Why doesn't he want me?
And on that note, you guys are amazing.
No.
You're not ready. You're not ready.
No, I know. I need to see the comments. Why do you smile? Because he want to laugh. He want to laugh so bad.
Listen, man, I'm sleepy. Room service. They don't have room service.
Oh, I know you hangry.
Where you at? What hotel you at?
I told you, man. I'm at the
Don't put it on the internet.
I'm at the Encore. I'm at the casino.
Oh, okay.
I'm at the casino. I told you that. It's the best hotel in Boston.
Can I say you could have told me? You could have told me about that.
You didn't answer your phone.
That's true.
Answer your phone.
That's true. I honestly straight to voicemail for you, bro.
That's cool. I done been ignored by better people.
Oh, and worse. All right.
All right, we're gonna wrap this up. Game 2 is Sunday. We will see you all then.
Oh
Good night.
God. Y'all.
Good night, Perk.
Got me dying.